Aging class is loaded with big names and the likelihood that many will be changing uniforms. So let's take a crack at predicting where the top 10 free agents will land. We start off with no other than Aaron Judge. If Judge wants to go back to Northern California where he and his wife grew up, it seems clear that San Francisco Giants will make him a huge offer. And if it's not the Yankees, I believe the San Francisco Giants will sign him. The Yankees can only hope the idea of becoming a captain and a legend for baseball's most famous franchise matters to Judge, which will be in keeping with his public persona as well. If so, I'm convinced Hal Steinbrenner understands how bad it will look to lose a player who just produced one of the best seasons in the sport's history, and he goes over the 300 million mark to keep his superstar. I believe Aaron Judge will stay with the New York Yankees. Next, we go with the best pitcher in the free agent market, Jacob deGrom. I believe Mark Canha and Zach Wheeler have said in recent days, based on conversations with Jacob, that the two-time Cy Young Award winner will be happy to return to the Mets. But I also believe he's going to the highest bidder wherever that may be. I think the Mets may draw a line in negotiations with deGrom, deciding the injury risk becomes too prohibitive in a deal that goes beyond 3 years. And I believe the Texas Rangers are desperate for high-level pitching and ready to continue the spending binge that began last offseason and may be willing to go for 4 years at 40 plus million per year, which likely will be enough to convince Jacob deGrom to sign. Jacob deGrom signs with the Texas Rangers. And a shocker. Next is Carlos Rondon. This could be tricky though. If the Mets are going to answer quickly on deGrom if he leaves, especially since Rodon is certainly going to be in high demand, I think Rodon seems an obvious fit, one for the Mets might be willing to go to the extra mile to outbid other teams for, even if it takes 6 years and $150 million. If Jacob deGrom leaves New York, I believe Carlos Rodon will sign with the New York Mets. Next is Trey Turner. As a Dodger fan myself, I would love to see him return back to LA. But I'll go with the narrative that Turner prefers the East Coast to a return to LA. And he could be the missing piece that Bryce Harper talked about adding after the Phillies shocked everyone in baseball with their deep postseason run. In that case, Turner fits them perfectly at a shortstop who will give the Phillies speed and high average hitting to go with all their slugging. Put him at leadoff or number 2 in the lineup, move Rich Hoskins down to 6, and they could have the most dynamic offense in baseball. Trey Turner signs with the Philadelphia Phillies. Another shortstop, Carlos Correa. This is a move the Yankees should make in addition to Judge if they really want to improve their chances of getting over the hump in October. Given Correa's history of clutch hitting in the postseason, but they seem committed to their young shortstops and Correa wants his monster deal after settling for that 1-year deal with the Minnesota Twins last season. Enter the Chicago Cubs who finished the season strong with a core of young players that look just about ready to win again. Adding Correa with a long-term contract could be an important step in the rebuild, especially considering that he's still young at age 28. Carlos Correa signs with the Chicago Cubs. Seems like the top 10 free agents are a list of just shortstops. Next one is Dansby Swanson. This just feels like a move for a well-run organization like the Dodgers will make, finding an excellent replacement for the departing Trey Turner at what is likely to be significant less money. At age 28, Dansby Swanson can match Turner offensively, but he is better defensively at shortstop, earning the National League Gold Glove this season and earning raves from scouts along the way. He's a guy who makes winning plays with the glove and has a knack for getting big hits. Dansby Swanson signs with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the final shortstop on this list is Xander Bogarts. He's not Aaron Judge, but Bogarts is just about as important to the Red Sox. So when it comes right down to it, I think they'll dig deep to keep their star shortstop as they try to rebound from a disastrous season. Xander Bogarts stays with the Boston Red Sox. Next is Brandon Nimmo. It won't be easy getting a deal done with Scott Boras as the agent, especially as Nimmo's improvement in center field the last couple of seasons has raised his value, to the point where he is easily the best center fielder in this free agent class. But you'll think he'll be a high priority for the Mets. On the other hand, if the Mets wind up laying out 40 plus million per year to retain DeGrom, it may be that Cohen decides that he can't keep all his high price value free agents. Somehow though, it feels like the two sides will find a way to make a deal. Brandon Nimmo stays with the New York Mets. Next is Anthony Rizzo. It feels like the perfect match. The Yankees need his left-handed power, and the ballpark is a perfect fit for Rizzo's home run swing. His 32 home runs last season were the most by a lefty hitter in the Bronx since 2012, when Curtis Granderson hit 43 and Robinson Cano hit 33. And of those 32, he hit 19 at home, 16 in the direction of a short right field porch. Rizzo's 224 batting average figures to get a significant bump via the elimination of the shift next season, adding to his value. Though his metrics aren't kind to him defensively anymore, he's as good as any first baseman at digging throws out of the dirt, a skill that saved his infielder's error several times in the postseason alone. But 2 stints on the IL due to back issues at age 33 are a concern. But that may be also to allow the Yankees to keep the contract relatively short term, perhaps maybe 2 years at $36 million. Anthony Rizzo stays with the New York Yankees. And last on this list is likely the American League Cy Young Award winner, Justin Verlander. It's hard to see the Houston Astros going all out to keep Verlander, considering they have a stable of good young pitching that just helped them win a championship. The Dodgers, meanwhile, may see the 40-year-old right-hander as a key piece to winning it all themselves again. Don't forget, Walker Buehler's out for the 2023 season as he rehabs from Tommy John, so LA could use another top-of-the-rotation starter. Verlander declined a $25 million player option for next season, so he's probably looking for a 2-year deal in the $40 million range where Scherzer resides. Justin Verlander signs with the Los Angeles Dodgers.